My mother was sleeping on this side of the bed.
Caroline Hanrahan hasn't touched this Murphy bed in months. Her 93-year-old mother slept in it over the holidays. The morning of December 27th, Carol Smith says she heard the motor activate.
I could feel the bed starting to crunch me, and then I don't remember anything more.
The family says the bed's remote was on the other side of the room. When Caroline realized her mother was stuck, she tried to use it to bring the bed down, but it wasn't working.
Grabbed the top rung at the back of the bed underneath and started pulling on it and pushing it with my legs.
Carol was curled up at the head of the bed.
She was gray and she wasn't breathing.
Caroline and her daughter performed CPR, and Carol started to breathe again. She spent more than 2 weeks in hospital being treated for 2 broken ribs. Weeks later, she was diagnosed with a clavicle that separated from her shoulder.
It has just taken a lot of life out of me.
The family did not contact the company that sold them the bed. They reported the incident to Health Canada. An investigation is underway, but they want answers.
I've not gotten any feedback about what to do about the bed or about Carol.
I just want to make sure this doesn't happen to anybody else. I don't understand how the bed went up by itself.
Pierre Brunel owned Les Murales Montreal when the family bought the bed there about 3 years ago. He spoke to CBC on the company's behalf. It builds the wood frames around the beds and assembles them on location. The motors for this bed are manufactured in China and certified by a German company. The bed can't go up on its own, he says. Brunel says it takes 90 seconds to raise the bed completely. The buttons on the remote need to be pressed the whole time. He says any frequency interference with the remote would stop the bed. Or if either of the 2 motors powering the bed were defective, they would also turn off. He says the company doesn't doubt that the woman was injured, but says there's something missing. Brunel says when they heard of Smith's injuries, the company stopped selling the motorized model for several weeks and performed tests in the showroom. He also reached out to the manufacturer, who was concerned too. Health Canada says it can't discuss cases under investigation, but it says manufacturers have the responsibility to ensure their products are safe and comply with the Consumer Product Safety Act. In the meantime, a consumer rights organization in Quebec says it hasn't received any complaints about motorized Murphy beds. Valeria Cori-Manocchio, CBC News, Montreal.